if you remember this. Oh, this is just a piece of turmeric I gotta get planted. Does anybody remember this? Let's talk about this now. Actually, let's go back to what happened a few weeks ago. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save the seeds on this one because that's a perfect cluster almost. And these didn't really cluster up. So let's take this one. I'll use it for dinner. And we can see what it tastes like. You know what? Let's go ahead and take this one too. So this is that traveler tomato I grew all winter long, and now I'm trying to work with it a little bit. Well, that was the tomato I cut up, and these are the medicine jars that I keep, or plastic containers, and I grow in them. And you can watch the whole video how I cut the bottoms and use them as a growing container for me by putting cups in or growing straight into it. It works really good. But today we're going to talk about tomatoes, because what you're going to get out of this is not that it's a traveler's tomato, which is special to me, but it is just a tomato that you could go pick from somebody's yard or wherever, even your own. Here I'm taking a paper cup. I'm going to label it, because if I don't label it, I'm telling you I already know. Tomorrow I'm going to forget what was in there. So we're going to put Traveler's Tomato on there and the date. Now you probably saw it because when I did the medicine and vitamin bottles on how to make them into little growing flower pots, I showed them. I didn't make a big deal out of it because I didn't even think they were going to grow like this. I wasn't even thinking about it really. So now I've got it labeled, and now I'm just taking some potting soil and I'm going to fill up the paper cup. Let me tell you something with tomatoes. They are the easiest plant to grow from seed. You don't have to baby them or do anything. You don't even have to wash the seeds and store them away. You're going to watch here what happened, because this was actually done for my own notes. So a lot of times I post here my own notes because, you know, I wanted to see, was it going to grow? How many would grow? I didn't have a lot of luck with the seeds that I bought. There were quite a few in the package, but only a few would germinate. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. So here's what I collected. There weren't all that many seeds in the tomato, and that could be the reason why maybe they cost so much. I don't know. So I filled up this paper cup and with soil, just potting soil, nothing fancy. And now I'm just scraping the tomato seeds. I want to get them all in there because there's only maybe 8, 10 seeds only. And I want to see if this one tomato will grow. And I'll kind of, if they do grow, I'll dot them around the yard. I don't even know what's going to happen with them. But with tomatoes, a lot of times when I want to grow a certain tomato and I just am so busy all the time, I just collect some tomatoes off the plant and throw them somewhere. Geez, I saw a man once take big old tomatoes years ago and throw them in a bird cage and leave them in his yard. Why a bird cage? So nothing would eat him or bother him. And come growing season, he just threw them out in the garden and they grew. That's what I do. I've been doing this for years. I just save the tomato. Doesn't matter if it dries up and shrivels up. That's what nature does. So now you'll see I'm trying to get every single seed. Oh, I got to get that last seed in there. And now I'm just going to see what happens. I don't want to lose any seeds because, you know, the one you don't grow, maybe the one, you know, the one you don't plant, I should say, maybe the one and only one that's going to grow. Just in theory, but you never know. So now I'm just kind of pushing them around, and then I'm going to put a small layer of soil on the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in my little medicine bottle. Why? Well, it's a nice holder. And it works really good, and I've been using those for years. Why throw them away? I've got other uses for those bottles too, storing and other things. See, there's a hole on the bottom, so it will drain. You saw me water it. Now, the little bottle doesn't drip. I can sit it on the windowsill or any place I want. And I'm going to put it right now on my windowsill, right there with the other things. And there's my little baby bush baby zucchini. I don't know if that's going to grow either. It's my own seed, but we'll see. On the bush baby zucchini, I threw 3 seeds in there. And that's it. And I'm doing this, yes, at night. But guess what happened? And that's what I'm going to share with you, because that's where it sat for the past few weeks. No big deal in the windowsill where I can sprinkle it with a little warm water from the tap. And that's how I fool Mother Nature, by giving it a little bit of warm water, and it thinks the days are warmer than they are. So now you saw everything, and there they are. My bush baby, which I didn't even talk about, is big. Look how big it is because it's in the house. If it was outside, 40, 45 degrees would not have grown that way, but we're getting close to planting that outside. But look at the travelers. Remember this? I've got a whole bunch. Look how they came up. In the next few days, I'm going to separate them out of the cup. It'll be so easy to do because all I have to do is pop the bottom, peel the cup open because I can't plant them all like this, and get them in their own pots, and then they'll take off. I wanted to see if the seeds were viable because, well, it's been sitting there. I wanted to make sure they were pollinated good, which you saw there were some seeds in there, and I wanted to see if they would grow because I didn't dry them or do anything. Just squeezed them out of the tomato and did what I did, and now you know how easy it is to grow tomatoes. This is how I grow them every year. I don't even think about it. I throw the tomatoes to the side. I just hold on to them. And if they are still there, it doesn't matter dried out or what, you can just throw them in some soil or cut them open and plant them that way. But you saw what I did here. And now you know that, yes, you can grow tomatoes. And I do want to take care of these because these are tough little guys to find. And I'm quite anxious to see how well they're going to grow into traveler tomatoes. So I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and ask me questions. And I just can't wait till the weather warms up where I can just go gangbusters on all this stuff I'm growing on the windowsill to get it outside. So with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. How cool. I've got my own traveler tomatoes. Yeah, now I got to figure out where I'm going to plant these big plants. Bye-bye.